Hey everybody, this lesson is very similar to yesterday's lesson. We did adding polynomial expressions. So today we're just subtracting. We are adding the opposites. All right, if you are in our classes, here's some answers here. So you're going to want to pause it here. And then here's the next group. And I think we went through 19, I believe. So there's those guys, and or 17. We went through 17. That's right. Is that right? Yeah. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started here. So maybe we did go through 19. I don't know. Anyways, ask your teachers. Let's get started. This is easy. So how do we subtract polynomials? Okay, so recall when we subtract, you guys, we add the opposites. Okay, we know 5 minus 2 is 3, you guys, but 5 minus 2 is actually 5 plus a negative 2, and 5 plus a negative 2 is 3. So think of polynomials when you're subtracting. So like we had 5 minus a negative 2. That becomes, we add the opposite, so it becomes 5 plus 2, so it becomes 7. Okay, remember that? Well, that's what we're doing. Almost the same thing as yesterday, we're just adding the opposite. So we're going to subtract using the vertical format, okay? All right, so what we're going to first do is add the opposites. So we're going to change this to a plus, we're going to change that to a plus, and then a minus right there, okay? So there it is right there, okay? We are adding the opposites, okay? And then we're going to use the vertical method because that's what the directions say. Use the vertical method. Notice we put in a 0 for the x squared for this guy right here. Okay, so it's this binomial plus this trinomial right here. Remember that? Bi, tri from last lesson. Okay, and now we just add them, you guys. So 0 plus 2 is 2x squareds. Okay, the x squareds don't change. It stays x squared. Similarly, these stay as x. So this is going to be 8x, and then this is going to be a minus 2 right there. Okay, easy. All right, let's try another one. Whoops, I went a little bit too fast. Okay, so we have this polynomial, so we added the opposites. Okay, so change that to a plus, a minus, and a minus right there. So there it is right there. And then we're going to slide this down right underneath that because the directions said use the vertical method. Okay, so there's an imaginary 1 right here. So 1 plus 2 is 3. There's 3 of these y squareds right here. These dudes are going to cancel out and be 0. And then these don't cancel. Real careful, you guys. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. Okay? I know you guys know that, but you guys I make that mistake sometimes too, you guys. So anyway, so that would be the answer. You wouldn't insert the 0y in there. Okay? Easy enough. All right, so find the difference using the horizontal method. Okay, so here we're going to do same thing, add the opposites. So we're going to go through and change all the signs. And then we're going to group all these like terms. So we have some x squareds we'll group together, we have some x's we'll group together, and then we have the constants we'll group together. So I've color coded these. My son is colorblind, so this doesn't make sense to him right here. So if you are, sorry you guys, if you can't see these colors, my son can't, you know, especially these guys. He wouldn't be able to distinguish those guys right there. Anyway, so just combine like terms, you guys. The 2x squared, negative 2x squared, the negative x, and then the negative 8 and the 4. So we're going to group those with like terms with each other. All right, and then 2x squared minus 2x squared is 0x squared, so those guys cancel. Okay, what's this, you guys? Minus 1 minus 1. This is a minus 2x right here, and then minus 4 right there, okay? So minus 2x minus 4. All right. Let's try this guy. Okay, we're going to group. I see some x cubes. Okay, here's a y squared. I don't see any more y squareds right there, but I do see a y and an x and an x. So let's go ahead and group the like. Oops, I forgot to add the opposite. Sorry, you guys. Now we'll group the like guys. So again, I color coded. We'll group the x cubes together. We'll group the y's together, and we'll group these x's together. Okay, this is all by itself. There's nothing like it in there, so it stays all by itself. Look how sad and lonely it looks right there. All right. So anyways, these guys cancel because this is negative 1 plus 1. Again, these guys cancel also, 1 minus 1 right here. And then these guys, this is going to be a negative 2x right there. So it looks like y squared minus 2x is what we're left with right there. Okay, let's try one application problem. So the cost in dollars of producing X toothbrushes is given by this polynomial expression. So 400,000 plus 3x. This is the cost, okay, of producing X toothbrushes. And the revenue is the money that you get back. The revenue generated from the sales is given by 20x minus, let's see, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000. So minus 400,000ths x squared. Okay, so I'm just reviewing a decimal place value. Don't worry, that's not necessary in this lesson. And then write a polynomial expression for the profit by making and selling X toothbrushes. Okay, and then we'll find the profit for selling 200,000 toothbrushes. Okay, well, profit, you guys, is the revenue, the money we get back, minus the cost that it cost right there. Okay, and so the revenue is this guy right here. This is the revenue right here, and this is the cost right here. So it's going to be this stuff minus this stuff right here. Okay. So there we go. Let's go ahead and clean that up. So looks like 20x, and then we're going to add the opposites. Sorry, did I add the opposites? Yeah, I did. Okay. And then 20x minus 3x is 17x, and then whoops, let's put this guy first. So it's a negative 0.00004x squared. And then we're going to go plus 17x, and what else are we doing? And then this minus 400,000 right there, okay? So that's right up in there, sweetie.
What?
Cookies. Yeah, right in there. All right, and then let's see. So there's our simplified term. Now we got to plug in that 200,000. So after we plug in the 200,000, this is our profit revenue. The profit revenue is the profit is the revenue minus the cost. So here's our function right here. We're just going to plug this in right there and right there. Okay, let's slide that up right there. Okay, let's plug it in. Okay, order of operations. It says we have to square this first. So when we square that first, we get I think it's 40 billion. Yeah, 40 billion. So here's million right here. This is billion, so it's 40 billion right there. We got to square that first. Okay, now we can multiply, so negative 0.00004 times 40 billion. You can just multiply 4 times 4 is 16. And then we got 4 decimals here, and it's going to take off 4 of them over here anyways. And then 17 times 2 is 34 with all of those zeros right there. So it's going to get us that mess right there, and when we add them together, we get 1,400,000. Okay, let's answer the question. You always have to answer the question. So the company is going to make $1.4 million from the sale of 200,000 toothbrushes. Oh boy. Okay, if you are in our class, that will be your assignment. Take care.